Here's a question. Before ISIS, Al Qaeda also had similar um, obligations and motives. What is the reason that we have these sort of groups springing up every 10, 15 years?
The brothers asked a question that we have seen in the last few decades that groups such as Al-Qaeda and ISIS have emerged. Why is it that every few years we get a new group to rise up, and how do we handle them, or how do we deal with them? Point number one, I believe Muslim community is going through a reformation time period, a time zone, which is a reformation for the Muslim community. We have been subjugated for quite a long time. The Muslim community and the Muslim countries have been bombed and attacked for last few decades. If you start from Palestine, it is under occupation for the last 60 years. All of this is happening on one hand, and the Muslim community does not seem to be able to recover from that or get over that. So what do we see, and how do we read the rise up of these organizations? I say, as I was mentioning in my talk recently, in Indian history, because I being from India, Indians fought the Britishers. Why? Because there was an occupation on India by a foreign force. So Indians were ruled by them for more than 200 years. Initially they stayed, initially they handled him, they tackled them. Initially they were all right with them. They said, okay, whatever you want to do, do it with us. But for 100 years, when it kept on going, the brutality of the British regime started to increase and multiply and get manifolded. So then the Indians started fighting for the freedom. Amongst the Indians who fought, there were some who fought the right way, there were some who did the wrong things. They started killing any Britisher who was even a tourist in that country and killed them. Why did they do that? I'm not saying they did it or they didn't do it. All I'm saying is it will happen as a consequence of oppression, that people will want to fight. When they can't fight with the right means, they might take up the wrong means. So the main reason is the oppression. One of the psychologists from US, speaking on the suicide bombers who were fighting in Iraq and Afghanistan in the last 10 years, he said, according to his research, the suicide bombers, why do they do suicide? And why do they do that bombing? He said the suicide bombers, most of them, almost 80% plus of them who were doing a suicide bomb, he said, it is solely because of such a high extreme oppression they have witnessed that they do not want to live anymore, and they pick up this as the last thing to do in their life. He said it has got nothing to do with religion or to do with any community or to do with any ethnicity. He said this is solely the psychology of a person, where the person is subjugated to severe and extreme oppression and violence, and he has witnessed genocide. Maybe probably his father, mother, brothers, sisters have all been killed or massacred, that he has no choice except to do this. From this, we understand one thing from this research, that the violence will be stopped when the cause of the violence stops. So groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda and others which generate or which pop up every now and then is because of an oppression that is existing at some place. Not saying every time there is an organization is for a right reason, but saying that it happens for those reasons. Al-Qaeda group, even before 9/11 happened, the scholars from the Muslim world, Sheikh bin Baz, one of the greatest scholars of our previous time, gave an 80-page fatwa against the group in 1996, much before 2001. So the Muslim community knows how to handle and deal with their own people. When you declare wars on those countries, then the problem goes beyond the hand, and it reaches a scale where it is not content by anyone to stop it. Coming to the actual point, what do we do and how do we read it? As I was saying, the Muslim community is going through a huge oppression across the globe, huge pain and suffering across the globe. I believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is cleaning this ummah with all the wrong concepts, and actually cleansing it such that it will come out pure with the belief of right Islam, and will come out with the right concepts. You know, we have seen in Palestine, Muslims have been fighting. Muslims have been fighting in Afghanistan, Iraq, Chechnya, and all other places in the world. But victory is not coming to Muslims at even one place. Imagine, even at one place, Muslims are not winning. Why? There is something fundamentally going wrong. In Palestine, Muslims, when they started fighting the opponents, they have infighting. Hundreds and thousands of Muslim soldiers fought each other before fighting the enemy. And similar battles were happening in Afghanistan and Iraq. And now in Syria the same. There are dozens of Muslim jihadi groups having infights. When the enemy is clear, how and why are we having infights? I believe this is the time of reformation. This is how the West went in the last 100 years. World War I, World War II, it went through a reformation. Major killings, millions of people died. But then they reached a discipline that now they don't fight with each other. Similarly, I believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a sunnah that He gives and emerges a community over the others by getting them through that reformation. I think Muslims and the Islamic community is also going through that reformation, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is cleaning this ummah with the right concept of jihad and the right concept of Islamic politics and the right concept of universal brotherhood within the Muslim community. Hope that answers the question.